Hello. And I'm not doing that. It's probably copyrighted. What's going on, everybody? It's the Mike and Mish Show, Mission Accomplished podcast. Fresh off of a weekend of all weekends in Hollywood, Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Miami, Florida. We were all over that fucking place. What up, Mike?
What's going on? Feels good to be back. Had a really exciting end of the week and weekend. And man, I just don't want to be here anymore. I mean, I'm not talking about with my family. I'm talking about Rhode Island. It sucks, man. I don't want to be a Rhode Island boy anymore.
I do not either. I don't want to be a Connecticut boy no more. I got to tell you, man, we get a taste of that Southern life. We get a taste of the environment and all the people and the vibes around there, the energy, the whole thing. I just fucking love it down there, dude. And I feel like mission accomplished and the Mike and Mish Show can go really to big heights if we just located ourselves down there in the mecca of Fightland, Florida.
Oh, dude. I totally agree. I mean, every single night, every day, there's someone to link up with. There's somewhere to be. There's something to do.
Big Ben wants to be a Florida boy.
Yeah, the networking that can go on down there. I mean, I feel like everybody down there is there to like improve their lives. And the best thing about it is it could be like that up here, but you want to know why it's not? Because like 9 months of the year suck up here and no one wants to go outside. So why were you going to network? Yeah. Nowhere. That's why you fucking start sneaking into your damn couch.
Dude, and
like a couch potato.
Like a couch potato, like Mike Perry, right? Like Mike Perry.
Yeah, that's right.
Potato. Dude, and another thing that really sucks about this area, on top of the weather, America still lives by the fucking daylight savings time bullshit. And so on top of it being cold and wet and fucking nasty up here, it's dark by 4:30 in the afternoon for 5 months out of the fucking year.
Yeah, I hate it.
It's like living in a state of depression, I'm telling you. But anyways, dude, we just came off one unbelievable fucking event, Knucklemania 2, guys. It was everything that it was made out to be. The two title fights. Oh, the girls' title fight was unbelievable. It really opened a lot of people's eyes to how tough Britain is. And how improved she is going up against an absolute killer like Christine Ferea. By the way, guys, we have Luis Palomino coming up in a few minutes, followed by Misfit herself. Christine Ferea will be on. And then we're going to wrap up the show with the voice of
the squared circle.
The voice of the squared circle, the man that is, if you guys have ever been to one of those events, man, he is a fucking ball of energy running around like an absolute psychopath. Brian Soscia will be on here right after Misfit. So before we get into the show, we want to shout out a few people. Mike and I have developed a little bit of a relationship with the people over at Billboard Mats, and shout out to Tommy Clohessy and his girl Crystal, and they were cool enough. You guys, if you don't know what the Billboard Mats are, the safety mats, they put them down in the ring in between rounds. When they put the stool down, they throw these mats down, and they put the stool down, and the fighters can sit on that shit. They could dump water on them, they could bleed on them, they could puke on them, whatever they want to do. Yep. But it protects the ring, the floor of the no slip grip. Yeah, so it's really cool. And they made them with these like if I held that up to the screen and you scan that shit with your phone right here, that would bring you to all of our social medias, our clothing website, our YouTube channel, all our audio podcasts platform, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Pods, all fucking.
It's a beautiful thing, and they do it for a lot of things. Look, they've got the Marshmallow concert here. I use this as a coaster. I think I just showed the one I'm using right now for my drink I have here. It's got Ellen Belcher on it, and some people from Bkfc 20. So they're there at every event. They're very good to us. Tommy Clohessy, thank you so much. Billboard Mats.
Right. And DJ Tony just said it in the comments. Tommy Clohessy is the man. And the reason why we wanted to bring that up is because we met him up in New York. I think we met him before New York, but we really got to know him in New York. Mm-hmm. And he's the type of guy that takes care of everybody around him, takes you out to dinner. You don't have to, like, you can offer to buy him a drink, he won't take it. You don't have to get yourself something to eat. You know, you don't have to do that, Tommy. No. Order something to eat. He takes care of everybody. So shout out to that guy. He's fucking super awesome. I'll give him a toast.
Toast to Tommy.
Toast to Tommy. Toast. Shout out to TJ Miller too. He was cool. We hung out with him. I don't know if you guys recognize him, but he's the voice of the emoji in the Emoji movies. If you got kids, he's also the bartender in Deadpool, and he's the star of Silicon Valley on HBO. We ran into him and got to know him a little bit. He was super cool.
He's the Mish'N X booger too. We found out. Didn't know that.
He was. Yeah, he told.
I didn't know that.
He's the Mish'N X booger. We never knew that shit. And then, dude, how cool was it to meet some of the people that were at the, you know how big this event was when the level of legend started to show up. Like Rashad Evans was there. Andre Arlovsky was there. Uriah Faber was there. Uriah was so cool to give us 5 minutes of his time to give us an interview and then chat with us a little bit afterwards. That was an absolute honor. He's a UFC Hall of Famer. He's the first one that I think that I've actually had interaction with that's actually in the UFC Hall of Fame. None of the other ones, right?
He's the one.
He's the one.
That's one of the biggest interviews to date, as far as stars go for combat sports. He is unbelievable. And what a nice guy. I mean, this guy, he's known us for 5 minutes. Kyle's talking to him. And then he's like, man, you guys should come out to California. There's this thing that we do. And blah, blah, blah. So, man, just everyone, why is everyone so nice in combat sports? You would think that people who punch, knee, elbow, and kick each other in the face for a living are very aggressive people. But I beg to differ, because they're nicer than some preschool teachers I got to deal with over here. You know what I mean?
You know what it is? And it really amazes me. And it's not our audience. Like, you go into our comment section, we don't have the level of scumbag piece of shit that other shows have. And that's a shout out to you guys that tune into our show all the time. Thank you for not being scumbag pieces of shit. But if you go on to any of these other shows and just go into their comments, there's a level of fucking hate and discontent in the audience of this sport that really sucks ass. When you go to meet the actual competitors and the people in the sport, they're the coolest, nicest, fucking most accommodating people you ever met in your life. So, you know, with that said, everybody needs to grow the fuck up and understand that these people are putting their life on the line in the ring for us, and they're being nice to us. Yeah, we will try harder. Thank you, Tony.
Thanks, Tony.
Tony, I just said you're not being a scumbag piece of shit. I'm saying you guys are not on the nomination board for Student Out of the Week this week.
Over here, you're good.
Yeah, man. It was super cool, man. Clay Guida. We talked to Clay Guida a little bit.
We were gonna get a friggin' interview with that guy, and when we went out to get an interview, he had to take a piss. So he's like, "Oh, I'll meet you guys out here." So he goes to go to the bathroom, and they friggin' say, "Oh, the bathroom shut down." So he's like, "I gotta go find another bathroom." And then 20 minutes later, we're like, "I don't know where the frig this guy is right now."
Dude, you know what? We're gonna talk about how awesome this event was in a second, but what is with the lack of food at these events? Dude, there's never any fucking food. I don't know if that's something that the Bkfc does or whatever, but there's popcorn.
That's the event center, man. They're the ones who handle the concessions.
Then explain to me why in Lakeland, Florida, there was no fucking food. In Birmingham, Alabama, there was popcorn.
Maybe food's just not a thing at arenas like that. I don't know, small arenas, because at a football game, you know, my ass is coming away with all sorts of food and full bars and all sorts of shit, but not a Kit Kat. Why the fuck do I want a Kit Kat bar? What's that going to do for me? What am I going to eat? 20 Kit Kats?
Dude, Megan's on it right there.
In 5 hours?
Though, if you can't get something to eat, fuck it, I'll buy another drink. That's what it is. That's what it is. Fucking
but I also, you know what happens to me though, is like, if I'm the type of person that I don't want to drink anymore if I can't get something to eat, because it makes me so fucking hungry. I'm like, I need some goddamn food in me. I need some nuggets or some shit, you know, something. Jeez, not even a pretzel. I don't even think they had a pretzel.
Dude, look at Matt Kohler says the Birmingham food situation was ridiculous. They ran out of
They did run
they
out of
ran
beer.
out of beer. Tragic. I'm telling you, man. That's the one thing. These events have been getting better and better every time. The level of talent that they're signing and bringing in is rising, and the shows that they're put on, the production's better. Everything's just getting better.
Oh
As
my
you
God,
can watch them grow, as they grow and grow. The shows are getting better and better. One thing that hasn't changed, there's no goddamn food in the arenas. Don't make that turn you away from getting a ticket though, because go to a live show and it'll change your life.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Dude, Triller, hold up a second. Talk about it growing the show and making things better. They just tied up with these guys. Triller acquires majority interest in Bkfc. So with that said, you know what that means to me? That means that they just got a shit ton of fucking money to play with and better their situation. I know a lot of people saw that and they're like, oh, why would they tie themselves to fucking Triller? What do I think about Susan? I think it's fan-fucking-tastic. I think who is it? Brian Kavanaugh? Is that the dude that owns fucking Triller? I think he's
so.
got an endless stream of money. He sees that Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship is a growing fucking rocket of a sport right now. Bare Knuckle itself as a sport, but Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship is the UFC of Bare Knuckle. They wanted to hitch their wagon to him, just like
Ryan Kavanaugh.
Ryan Kavanaugh. Sorry, Brian. What the fuck? What do you want?
Same thing.
I don't know. I would like to know what other people think of it because I think it's fantastic. I think it opens the door up to a billion more eyes. A lot of the fucking people that were tuning into these crazy boxing fucking shows with Justin Bieber and Snoop Dogg and all them shits on stage, they all tuned in because of the spectacular fucking shows that they were putting on. Now think about the money that was getting put into those Triller shows, getting put into BKFC shows. I do not think that BKFC is going to start bringing in fucking rap concerts in the middle of their show or anything like that. I pray that they don't. I hope that they stick to the business plan that they've been going with, but just with a little bit more money, they could pay their fighters more. They could put more money into merchandise. They could fix their websites up a little bit more. They can
merchandising.
They can beef up the fucking app a little bit. I'm telling you, man, I think it's huge. And I think with a partnership with Triller, it's going to open up other states like California. Like getting BKFC into California was a fucking, non-topic a fucking day ago. Now you got these guys, you got Triller involved. You can fucking probably get into an arena over in California. It's just going to be huge, man. It's going to be huge. It's going to be, as Trump would say, huge.
And maybe they'll sign with Little Debbie Snacks. And then when you go to some arena somewhere, you'll be getting Nutty Buddy, Swiss rolls. Dude. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of zebra cakes and all that good shit. So give you something to eat. Give you something to eat while you're drinking instead of fucking dying. We're dying out here. You got to help us.
Endless buffets of Little Debbie snacks, man. That's what me, Mikey, Matt Kohler, we need our Little Debbie snacks.
That's right. We can't just be drinking all night because here's the thing. You either drinking alcohol or you're drinking freaking Tiger Life energies. And then either way, you're either hungry or having a heart attack. You just need food. You need some food to soak it up.
Okay. I'm gonna rebuttal this right here. And we love Monica. Monica says Triller is trash, in my opinion. I'm sad. I can understand that you may not think the level of fights and stuff that they were putting on, but go back to the Triller events and watch them for a production value only thing. Because that was when me and Mike were watching those. I was gonna say, we were saying that why is Jules Gray's calling me right now?
Okay. Text us. We're live.
Yeah.
We're live right now.
On a production level or production value level, they were fantastic. I think that their shows are put on well.
As far as David basically said, like BKFC is not going to change the way they do things with their shows. They're going to be running it with pretty much the same people. Is that going to be true or not? I don't know, because I can tell you, if they're the majority holders, that means that they're calling the shots. That's what's scary. So I'm not, obviously, we don't know the intricacies of this contract, but he promised today on Ariel's show that everything is going to go off as planned. So hopefully he's telling the truth and they just keep moving up. And they use Triller to make some ends meet that they couldn't meet before, like you said, networking, going to different states, getting more states, getting different fighters, making deals around the world, stuff like that Bkfc just didn't have the power to do before. Maybe they have that now. They've got the investment to take care of some stuff that they didn't have before. But if they're the majority holder, that could be scary.
I know. I see the word majority is scary.
That's scary.
That is scary. But if you think about it in the way that was it WME
IMG
bought no, everything's good here, people that are messaging me right now, everything's good. A-okay. Don't worry, we're good, man. We're gonna get our guests on here in a few minutes. It's just they're champions. Okay, we work on their time. They don't work on our time. Okay, so
until we're Ariel Helwani,
and then we can just do whatever the fuck we want.
The Mike and Mish show will become the Ariel Helwani's MMA hour of bare knuckle. God damn it! Mark my words. We'll replay this then.
I've been saying that though, man. I said that when we started this shit, we were trying to go for like the MMA hour meets Howard Stern.
That's right.
Right.
Keep it loose. Get the fucking fighters on here. Everybody needs to learn about these fighters. They're amazing people from beginning to end. Not just the time that you see them on the screen for 10 minutes when they entertain the fucking hell out of everyone. These are great people who put their lives on the line to go and entertain everybody. Yes, they make money for themselves, but they're incredible people with incredible stories. Then we need to get out there. And we're also incredible people, and we need to show you how cool we are too. So, had to throw that in there.
Hey, guys, Mike threatened somebody with heat stroke this weekend. I thought it was I swear to God, it was the funniest fucking goddamn thing. We're driving to the arena.
I did do that.
And this chick is sitting at the green light right now where you're like down in like the Miami, Hollywood area. There's 1,000 cars everywhere trying to get to the damn event. And we're sitting in 2 lanes, and you got to take a left to go. The green arrows come on. So we're in the second lane in. The entire left lane is going by us, and we're not going anywhere because some lady's sitting at the green light the whole time. And Mike gets fucking ripped, and he pulls up next to her. We get stuck at the red light. He's like, this bitch. He's like, I'm about to pull her out of her car and give her fucking heat stroke. And I started dying, I was like, heat stroke? You just threatened.
I said I was gonna tire to the rim.
And that's it. When I said, I go, did you just threaten her with heat stroke? He goes, well, yeah, I'll pull her out of her fucking car. I'll tie her right to the, and he's F-bombing away. I'll tie her right to the fucking rim and wait till she fucking strokes out.
Listen, when we're out doing stuff, I cannot be stopped. I don't want to stop at a light twice. I mean, I don't ever want to stop at a light twice. So why the hell? And even worse, the people that are behind her aren't beeping the horn. So I'm like, there's 2 people in one line at a left turn that both missed the green light the whole time. The whole thing was on for fucking 30 seconds.
That lady is stewing out of the week for sure.
Yeah, she's stewing out of the goddamn month.
And then we start driving, and somebody fucking goes to make a move, and Mike's in full road rage mode at that point, and he's like, get out of here with that fucking car movement. And I started pissing my pants laughing again. I was like, car movement? He's like, yeah.
Don't bring that kind of car movement into my lane. You'll never, ever, ever make it. No way. If you come to my lane with that type of car movement, take it somewhere else, because I'm going to give you one of these. I don't fucking deal with any of that shit. I will freak out.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have video of both of these incidents because I like to turn my phone on and record him while he's in the car.
Maybe we'll share them one day.
It's fucking gold, man. I'm about to pull this chick out of her car and give her fucking. Oh my God.
So we are waiting on the champ
We're-
here.
We're waiting
Paulino.
on both champions.
Yep.
While we're waiting, you want to play some videos?
No,
No.
we're not
You
playing
wanna?
videos of me.
Okay. No,
No
not of
way.
you. No, not of you. Of like incidents that happened. What was your okay? What was your if you think back to BKFC's Knucklemania 2, what was the one image that sticks in your fucking brain? Because I got two, and I want to see if you name one of the other or one or the other.
An image that sticks in my head. I don't think anybody wants to know these images.
No. From the event, two things happened that just I see vividly in my
Well, I know
fucking
what
brain.
they are. I know what your images are.
What are they?
One is Mike Perry spitting blood out of his mouth.
Yes, that's
right.
absolutely iconic for the sport of bare knuckle. That needs to be shown fucking everywhere in the world just to show everybody how fucking unbelievably awesome and brutal this sport is.
And the other one for me is Elvin Brito and Palomino face to face, because I was right here when that happened. I mean, I couldn't get any closer to those two guys. I mean, they were right in front of me. So
Marissa says the fight at Twin Peaks. Yeah, guys, we went home after like where we were staying. There was a Twin Peaks right next door, and like we get up to Marissa's apartment, and she has like a balcony sliding glass door, and we hear some wild shit going on outside. And we go out the front door. We go out the screen door, and some dude's like, "That's what we do. That's what we do." There was obviously a fight in the parking lot. There was police there. There was an ambulance there. Fucking never a dull moment over there. But that's what
we never
do.
reached the summit at Twin Peaks. If anybody's wondering, it never happened. But it was.
No, the other moment for me, dude, Gustavo Trujillo.
There's someone who reached the summit.
Yeah, Gustavo Trujillo pausing time on Steve Townsell, dude. He froze that dude in time for a good second, and then he dropped him.
Oh my God!
Like a sack of fucking potatoes. The way he grabbed the back of his neck and turned his head down and hit him with that uppercut. That is what I love about this sport. The fact that you could actually grip somebody's neck and do some shit like that.
Oh yeah,
it's unfucking believable. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we have a champion in the green room right now who's ready to come on earlier than we expected. And if she's ready, we're going to bring her in. She is the inaugural Bkfc Flyweight champion. She is the new Police Gazette diamond belt holder in the flyweight division. She also owns the American Police Gazette belt. This girl is a Hall of Famer, and her name is Christine Ferea. Here she is. What's up?
What's up, guys?
Hell yeah.
Oh, Misfit. How'd you like that intro?
Oh, that was amazing. I love it. I love hearing it.
I hope that thing has a seatbelt on. You got a seatbelt around that thing back there? We don't want it to get hurt.
Yep, I sure damn do. That thing's I'm sleeping with it every night. Every night. That's my new baby.
Oh my God. Misfit, you did what you said you were going to do. You went in there, you took home the belt that you said was yours all along. How does it feel to finally silence the doubters, everybody that didn't want to admit that you were number one, anybody who didn't want to give you the props that you said you deserved? Now right. You're there. You hold the gold. And how you feeling?
I feel great. I knew I was the better fighter. I knew I should be the champion, right? Right now it's my time. These are my last few years fighting, and I've sacrificed a lot. I had no doubt, even though I have a lot of nerves before a fight. I knew that I was going to take that home.
Now, you have a lot of supporters in the comments. Marty Watt is like one of your biggest fans. Do you know that Marty Watt's dog is named Misfit? Do you know that?
That's so dope. I love his dog.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome. You got huge fans.
Super dope.
But like going into the fight, we trying to sell the fight a little bit. We were trying to fire some things up at the press conference, even at the weigh-ins. You were right up in Britain's face. Were you surprised by her composure heading in? Like, things were different this time around, right?
Yeah. I don't understand why she wanted to talk so much online and then silent in person. That was their game plan. That was their thing. It was a little confusing because I'm like, I mean, but in the same token, I was like, okay, it's gonna kind of be like that in the ring, you know. Uh, you know, she's a tough girl. She took a lot of hard shots. She's made some improvements. I'm glad that I had to fight for it. I beat her in skill and in talent. First time I went in, brawled her out. So I feel like I beat her in every way. There's no question about this fight and saying, oh, it was stopped by a cut, blah blah blah. Um, you know, it's over. And the beef, it's over. I don't want any more problems. I don't want to have
Right.
anything to do with her and her team. You go be successful, do your thing. Good luck to you and your family. It's done.
That's awesome. That's great.
Yeah.
And someone said that in the like a true professional, you guys congratulated each other. You
Right.
guys actually
Of
hugged
course.
it out afterwards. That was really cool.
Yeah.
I got to be honest with you, and Mike, I'm going to ask your opinion on this. I was surprised by how laid back you were earlier in the fight. Like you didn't,
Yeah.
like you just said, you kept back. You were picking your shots. You even like I don't know if you agree with us on this, but I thought she took round one from you, and it was because you weren't really returning fire on her at all. You were letting her kind of control the pace. That first round, you took the second round, in my opinion, and then you kind of let her have the third round too. Not let her have it, but you weren't really doing your thing. And then the fourth and fifth round, you fucking went off. But do you agree
Yeah.
with that?
Yeah. I feel like from round 2 on is when I started gaining my momentum. And the first round, I was filling her out, kind of seeing where she was going to go with things. I expected a more aggressive Britain or Beltran. You know, so I was gauging. You know, I was gauging what her energy was going to be like. And then once I got her timing and her movement down, then I started opening up a little bit more.
Mike, what do you got for Misfit?
I mean, how much of a relief is this after years of, I feel like it's been well over a year that everybody's been talking about this online. I mean, I've been doing it. He's been doing it. We've been doing it on the show, back and forth. And the second they put that belt around your waist, what happens in your head when they announce your name and they put that belt
when
around
they
your
announced
waist?
my name is kind of when I was like, whoo, because I'm scared of judges. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes they go the other way when they're not supposed to, you know. So I didn't want it to go to judges necessarily. I kind of wanted to drag it out. I wanted a knockout, but at the same time, I kind of wanted to put it on her. I think I liked the way the fight went, and you know, the skills I got to display, and some of my movement and my shots, landing my shots, and my precision and my power. I got to showcase that. So, but yeah, the feeling, it's just unexplainable. I don't even know how to explain it. I don't know. I'm satisfied. I'm grateful. I'm very critical of myself, so I have to remind myself to be grateful for the moment, be proud of myself, and give myself some time to be happy about it, and then say, okay, start critiquing myself, you know, and then, okay, I need to do this better, need to do this better, you know, whatever happened bad in this camp, correct it so it doesn't happen in the next camp, etc., etc.
And after that happens, you walk out of the ring, right? And now you're walking back to, you know, the medicals and whatever else you have to do, and you get stopped by the schmo of all people, right? The schmo stops you and gives you an interview right there. There were big time media there covering this. How does that feel? Like, finally, you get your title that you've been telling everyone that you're going to get, and it's a huge show, sold out. They have the biggest pay-per-view numbers and the biggest media there to cover you. So you feel like you're finally getting the comeuppance that you should have gotten before?
I think everything happens in its time, and I think it's my time right now. It's perfect timing. I feel the most strong and the most matured within myself and as a fighter. Uh, it's the right time. Maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I wouldn't have been able to handle it. Who knows? I don't know. You gotta just trust the process. Now I'm getting the exposure. I'm gonna be getting the exposure that I need to grow as a fighter and in my career,
Right.
and
And as a
for what's
business
gonna
too.
happen after. Yeah.
And as a business, like you're a brand.
Exactly.
Misfit is a brand.
Exactly.
So now going back to what you said about the judges, like I had it myself. I had a 3-2 with rounds 2, 4, and 5, and a lot of people agree with me on that one. But I will tell you that I was standing by people that were like, it really comes down to that second round. Britain could have stole that second round in these judges' mind because you guys were kind of even on the number of shots you thrown in that round. A lot of people thought that you won, but there were. And then when I heard people saying that, I'm sitting there and I'm like, wow, they're taking a little time on this fucking.
I know.
When you guys were standing in there, and I'm like, oh shit, they're actually taking some fucking time to figure out this decision.
Yeah, that was scary.
I'm thinking, holy crap, maybe that second round is really up for debate. And then they, you got the unanimous decision. So
Right.
I don't think the
Well, I
judges
think
fucked that one up, and I don't think anybody can disagree with that.
yeah, I think she threw a lot of punches in the air. So I feel like she threw a lot of punches, but in the air. Like she wasn't landing a lot, like a lot of the punches. So like if you go back and watch, she's throwing a lot, but it's like a lot of feints and just a lot of just punches out there to keep me away.
You were kind of just
So
out of range for a lot of punches. I feel like it was
right.
just, you were like right at the end of every
Yeah.
punch, just so close, but that did happen
Yep.
often.
Yeah, it did. And she was doing that a lot. So it was, I was looking to counter those shots, but she wasn't even really trying to punch me. So like for her to commit, she wasn't committing. So it's a little bit harder to counter that.
Right.
You know?
Now, after you won, you
Yeah.
got the medal put around your neck. You got the belts presented to you. Scott Burt whispered something in your ear, and he told you that you're being inducted into the Hall of
Yeah.
Fame this year.
Yeah.
What was the feeling that went through you right there in that moment? I would imagine you had some chills and maybe a tear or two.
Yeah, definitely. It's something that I've been wanting for a long time and been working for my whole career. So, Bare Knuckle and David Feldman and everybody, the whole team, they've given me the opportunity to achieve my dreams, cement my name, in history, and you know, uh, now I can show that all my hard work and all my sacrifice, everything that I've lost and given to this sport, it's paid off, and I'm satisfied.
It's unbelievable. And now the big question that everyone has for you is
Who's
who's
next?
who's next? What's next? Like honestly,
Someone might have asked you before you even left the arena.
right.
Who's
But like
next?
but the thing is with me is like Britain is probably watching all the fights, maybe Taylor Starling, but Britain is probably the toughest fight you have out there in that division right now. Do you look at these other girls and like say she won't give me a harder fight than Britain just did? She won't give me a harder fight than Britain just did. Like, who do you have your eye on? And Taylor Starling is the only one that like comes to mind right now. That
She's 3. Yeah, she's 3-0. So
she's
I mean,
3-0. She's a very aggressive fighter. So
yeah, yeah. I want to fight whoever's next. Who I want it to go in order. Like everybody fights for their spot.
Big Ben
You know,
says Rachel Ostovich.
I
Maybe
mean, I'm down. I'm down.
A
Rachel,
rematch of
she's down to cuddle
sorts.
afterwards.
booty.
No, but the thing is, like, they don't really have like a set rankings, do they? The BKFC doesn't have like a
I
ranking
mean,
system. I mean, everybody's got eyeballs, and there's different websites that make ranking systems, and I guess they can just go off of those. But I think with BKFC is whatever makes dollars makes sense right now. So it doesn't matter who's 3-0 or 1-0 or whatever. It's like whatever makes the most sense. So I
that's
think
the
you would
business,
have your
though.
pick.
Yeah, I think it's. I think that's the business. That's the fight industry all around, from boxing to bare knuckle to MMA. It's like whoever has the numbers, whoever has the popularity is getting their shots. So,
Ooh.
dude, I'm here to fight anybody, anytime. I'm a champion. I'm gonna be ready for anybody, anytime. They give me that time to prepare for a fight. uh, No one's gonna stop me. No one's gonna beat me. I'm gonna keep this until I retire. I'm gonna retire the belt. I'm not gonna lose the belt. I'm gonna retire, and it's gonna be vacant. That's how it's going down. I promise.
Few names people are bringing up in the comments. Of course, Taylor, Beck
Beck.
Rollins is being brought up, but Big Ben dropped one that I was gonna bring up, and now she's only got one fight in Bkfc. But give this girl 2 or 3 more fights. Give her 2 more fights, and I think you might see her. Martina Kroll.
Yeah, no, yeah, she's got an amazing jab, hard hits. She's long, so yeah, that's gonna be a
Yeah,
tough fight. That's gonna be
she's
a
a
super
beast
tough fight.
too. I
Yeah,
think that would be a really
we both
entertaining
come
fight.
from a we both come from
Muay
a Muay
Thai.
Thai background, and we both have trained out of the same gym before. So
Oh, nice. That's a
yeah,
good call, Big Ben. Shout out to you for that
yeah,
one.
no, that's gonna be a great fight. She's gonna be tough.
If they could pull anybody in, who would you want to fight?
From the outside,
Serrano's? Yeah.
Huh?
One of the Serrano sisters, someone, Amanda
Yeah,
Serrano, if she would
definitely.
ever come
Whew.
by.
That would Amanda Serrano is someone I've always wanted to fight. She's an amazing fighter. Win or lose, it would just be an honor to be in the ring with her.
That would be fan-fucking-tastic.
she's got to fight.
Yeah.
Did she just fight this past weekend?
She's
Or,
fighting Katie Taylor.
or is it this coming week? Like, when
Is
is
it
that?
this coming weekend? Oh, I can't wait for that. I want to be there so bad, but
I think it's funny how Jake Paul. Did you guys watch the face-off video of her and
Katie?
Katie? They had like a face-off on stage, and then they turn, and Jake Paul like comes like sliding into the picture wearing like a suit. He looked like an absolute idiot. I don't know what he was doing up there. He was just trying to like photobomb the thing because he's supposed to be the promoter now, but it was kind of funny. Anyways,
I don't. Who do you guys think will win that fight?
I think Serrano.
Really?
Personally, I do, but I just think that she's getting better and better every time she goes out there now, and she's really finally starting to get a spotlight on her. So now,
Yeah, she deserves it, man.
now's her
dope.
time to become a big star. And I
Yeah.
think having Jake Paul as her promoter and a bunch of fucking money behind her she will be a big star now. So maybe,
Oh, yeah.
maybe, and let's transition that right into this Triller.
Yes.
What
yeah.
What do you think about this, dude? The fact that Triller, I'm with you on that. The fact that
Yeah.
Triller just partnered up with Bkfc, the majority stakeholder now.
Yeah.
A truckload of money to dump into things. Maybe a Serrano Misfit fight is not out of the realm of possibility now that they have a partnership like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I think it opens up a lot of doors. It's going to bring a lot more fighters, a lot more exposure. I'm super happy. David Feldman's always doing things to make the company grow and make it better for all of us. So, I mean, I'm just here to help the company shine and get myself, some shine, and I'm just ready for whatever.
Dollar bills, y'all.
Dollar bills, y'all. Now,
Yep.
what is the I know what happens at Misfits Mansion stays at Misfits Mansion, but can you tell us something awesome that happened? Me and Mike didn't go over there. We got invited over there, but we didn't go because we thought we had to fucking be at the airport at 5:30 in the morning, which it got delayed to 6 o'clock at night, by the way. So we could have went out and had ourselves a good time.
And you guys could have been chilling at the Misfit Mansion until you got your flight.
I know, God damn it. Well, so without incriminating anybody, what did we miss over there?
Someone put Nutella on my knuckles and licked it off.
That's good.
And it was another fighter.
Oh boy.
I like that.
I got some
that was I got the pictures for it. I was like, I didn't really remember too much of that, but I was like, in the picture, I was like, is he licking that off my fucking hand?
How many people ended up in the pool in full clothing?
Oh my God, dude, I was pretty tipsy that night.
All right, how many people ended up in the pool with no clothing? And please tell me that Howie was not one of them.
Howie was the first.
Damn.
This fucking guy, man. Oh my god.
I think he was trying.
Uh-oh. What happened?
I don't know. We lost your volume somehow.
We lost your sound. You're muted.
You know what happens sometimes is if you get a call or a text, sometimes it like stops the volume and it doesn't come back.
Well, we're gonna let her as
it's a
soon as she
weird
gets
thing.
back on here, we're gonna give her the
Maybe
rest of her
jump
night.
right out. Yeah, jump right back in.
Jump right back in.
Yeah, jump right back in so we can say a proper goodbye.
A proper goodbye. And then we're gonna bring on
You never
another
want to say
psychopath.
bye without saying a proper goodbye.
The guy in the waiting room is twirling a pen to look
Yeah.
astute, like
Screaming. He's crying now. Wow. Wow, what an actor. Oh, look at them muscles. See, you can't see it now, but Brian is just such an actor. I mean, I don't even know what he's doing with the Bkfc.
All right,
He could be bigger than Tom Cruise.
Let's bring the champ back in here, and so we can give her a proper goodbye for
We're going to give you a proper goodbye.
Misfit. I don't know what the hell happened there. You're the champ now. I'm sure your phone's going off the hook all the fucking time now. Muting you. But you know what? Next time you win a title, Mike and I will get the first interview because who's the schmo? How about that?
That's right. We're going to be the new schmoes.
We're going to be the new schmo. Yeah.
Let's do it.
That's guy fucking guy.
Pose before schmoes, okay?
Good one, bro.
Yeah. All right. Well, you know what? You are always a great interview. It was an unbelievable event. You got your belts now. Take a second, shout some people out, and we'll give you your proper send off so you can go celebrate some more.
All right. I want to give a shout out to the gun company, DLX Boxing, Knockout Canada, Fight Mixer, of course, my management, the gun company, Savage Fitness, Hill Street Boxing, DLX Boxing, Bliss Fuel, my lawyer. Hey, don't mess with me, people, because my lawyer, Jason Ferguson, is the best in the business. He can get your ass. Yeah, and thank you for having me on. Let's see who else was. Yeah, and that's it.
Oh,
DGM, the guy who made my gear, super dope. DGM, baby, awesome. Check them out.
Yeah, your gear was fucking dope as hell, and at the weigh-ins we noticed that was one of our takeaways. We were like, man, Misfit's got fucking gear for this one, that's for sure.
Yeah, they hooked me up. DGM's dope.
All right, well, everybody, make sure you're following her on all our social media platforms. Make sure you're paying attention to the Misfit show. She is the champ, and she will be defending it sometime in the near future. We can't wait to see you back in there, and thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys having me on.
Right. Absolutely, anytime.
All right, fucking cut her off.
What a dick you are.
What a dick. God, man. Whatever, dude. You know what? Sometimes I got a fucking itchy trigger finger. But anyway.
So, any word from Palomino? I mean,
no word from Palomino.
Palomino, where you at?
Which is funny because I messaged him like an hour before the show and he was good to go. But until we get that man on the show, let's go ahead and bring in the guy who gets the blood flowing in the audience, who brings the bombshells to the squared circle, who gives out all the fucking energy and the free t-shirts to everyone. And once one of these days, he's going to invite Mike and Mish up in there to launch some fucking t-shirts into the goddamn crowd. His name is Brian Soscia, and he is the voice of Knucklemania 2.
That's me. I talk like this. Even when I make love to my wife, I say, do you like that? Do you like that? I got my pen, too, just like you do, Mike. Look at this.
Where is my pen?
I look astute.
Well, yeah, where's your pen?
I don't have it tonight.
You forgot it tonight.
You blew your own gimmick, brother. I was all excited to come on and talk about your pen. That sounds weird.
I retired the pen, you know.
I always have a pen on me all the time. How you guys doing?
Oh man, we're great. We're doing great. You know, like
I'm sorry I don't have any Nutella on my knuckles that you can lick off.
Right,
that would have been nice, right?
Who do you guys think she said that he licked the Nutella off? I immediately went to a female fighter that was there in my brain. But she said, yeah, I couldn't believe he did that.
I was
So-
thinking the same thing. I was wondering who did it. I don't even know who would have been there. So I'm gonna bow to you guys for that. Mike, where are you at with that?
Who do I think it was?
Yeah.
Well, I really don't know who the hell was there because we didn't
No,
get to
but we
go.
know
because
she
there were a
hangs out
couple
with,
of damn assholes.
I know who she is.
Arnold Adams was there.
Arnold
You think
Adams
it was
was there.
Arnold
I don't. Arnold Adams'
It
name
doesn't
never
seem
comes
like-
out of my mouth again, so I won't say it's him. I'll never
Yeah.
speak about that man in any way again.
Arnold
Okay,
Adams was there.
so
I don't know
the-
him
the
well, but it
possible
doesn't seem
nominees
like the
here.
guy that would do that.
You got Brito. He was there.
Brito was there.
Malo was there.
Malo.
Arnold Adams was there. Jenny Savage was there. Crystal Pittman was there.
Yeah, but it was a guy.
Yeah, maybe she's trying to throw us off our
Nah,
track.
she
Nah,
might
if,
be,
if look,
yeah,
look, if Malo did it, if it was Malo, it would be on it. It would be on social media
Good call.
immediately. So we can maybe
Good call.
eliminate him.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's Brito or Adams. It's down to Brito or Adams. Which one likes Nutella more?
Well, if I had to choose one, I'm gonna say it's Brito.
I mean, Nutella is you got. Come on, you ever have Nutella? That stuff's amazing.
It is. It's pretty amazing. It's
If I would have known
very
Nutella was going to be at the party, I would have gone to that party.
Right? What party did you go to?
I went to the same party you guys went to.
The
I had a
airplane
flight out
party?
at 4 a.m. and I pretty much went back to my. You know what I did? I went back to my room. The illustrious time in Bkfc for me here. I went back in my room. I couldn't find much to eat, so I ate a Hot Pocket. And I believe I had. I think one of the guys I work with. I believe he drinks. I don't drink a lot of whiskey. He drinks Crown Royal. So I had a little bit of that with water, just a little bit, and then I basically didn't go to sleep and got on the plane. Slept on the plane. Woke up. I was dad when I got home. That's how it works.
Yeah, that's it.
So your flight did not get your flight did not get delayed like mine.
No, but the buddy that I had that whiskey with, he got delayed. He got changed. He got put in a hotel. Then he drove to get a rental car, or then he went to get a rental car, and then they wouldn't give him a rental car because he needed 2 forms ID and he didn't have it. This guy spent forever trying to get home. I felt horrible for him.
Jesus Christ.
All
Yeah,
right,
we
let's-
got ours got delayed about 9 hours. So
Oof,
Yeah.
God bless you, man.
yeah,
You could have been licking Nutella all night.
I know. Fucking all Nutella.
Right.
There was a
We-
giant tub of it there, according
we
to
could have
DJ
been there
Tony.
and-
DJ Tony says that there was a jug of it there.
A
A
jug.
jug. I would have been laying in that backstroking. Oh, so good. Yo, the other
Oh.
thing, now we're talking about food. Before we get to any more bare knuckle, you guys were talking about Little Debbie earlier. I love Little Debbie's.
Oh, yeah.
Little Debbie's. Now you got Swiss cake rolls and you have oatmeal cookies. They're my two
Uh-huh.
favorites of Little Debbie.
Yeah.
Which one wins out of those two? That's a hard
Ooh.
question for me.
Okay, out of the oatmeal
Yeah.
and
The
Swiss
oatmeal.
cake rolls.
Swiss cake rolls.
Oh, it's the oatmeal. It's the oatmeal cream pie.
Yeah. That's what I used to call them cream cookies when I was a kid. I don't know.
Ah,
They're good, dude, but I think
I'll
they
take the
shrunk as I
Swiss
got older.
rolls.
What do you say? Swiss cake rolls?
I'll take the Swiss rolls. You put them
Oh
in the
my God.
refrigerator.
I was going to ask you, put them in the fridge.
Chocolate, you know. Mwah.
That's my man.
A little bit of
No,
milk.
that is a good move, putting them in the fridge. But
Dustin's
yeah,
on here
son.
saying oatmeal cookies are all the way. All right, Dustin.
See,
Well,
that's
Swiss
right.
cake rolls, Michael. Oatmeal, Zion. What's up? I'm going to talk about you in a minute, Zion.
Are you about to tell us that you guys signed a deal with Little Debbie so we can get some food at these events?
Well,
or-
as soon as you said that, I was on it. I was trying to make calls, man. I'm a big baller. I want to make that happen. I want to be able to toss Little Debbie cream cookies out to the crowd like frisbees.
You know, I'm going to tell David later on. I mean,
he
he listens to
spelled-
everything I say.
I'm pretty
Brian
sure.
is a G,
Kind of a big
a G. Okay.
Oh, gee.
I think maybe they left the K. I thought they left the K off. I thought they were insulting
I was
me.
gonna say, I thought he was
they were
calling
saying
you
you were
a
a
gee.
gee.
I was gonna bust his balls for calling you a gee and spelling your name as brain.
Oh, this one was Brain. Brain. You know, I've gotten that my whole life, man. It's funny. I had a boss named Brian Check. They'd always spell it Brain
You
Check.
know who that is, right?
Oh, I didn't see what it said. Who's the name on it?
Troll fight. I think that is Albert Inclon.
Oh, is
Oh,
it?
Albert.
I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
met him. Jackson, nice guy, man. I liked him.
Good guy. I'll tell you right now, he's got a.
Guy's been through a lot. I'll tell you that.
He's got a
Oh
hell of a
my
story,
God, yeah.
for sure.
It sure does.
Hey, let's talk a little bit about this event, Brian.
Yeah, you hung with the Mish'N booger.
We sure did. The Mucinex booger. That was quite a surprise.
I didn't know he was there.
No, he wasn't at the fights. He was doing a comedy show the night of the fights, but we hung out
Night
with him the
before.
night before.
You
But,
picked him. That's nice.
Okay, I'm doing the pen thing. Let's
See, you
talk
got the
about
pen
this.
now.
Let's
What the
talk
hell?
about
Now I
this.
feel left out. You know,
I
I
told
made
Mike-
an actual decision today not to bring the pen.
You
I was like,
screwed
am I
up,
gonna
buddy.
get the pen? No, I'm not gonna do
I
that.
told Mike the two things that stuck out. The event was amazing, right? You agree with me. The event was amazing.
That was incredible.
The Mike Perry, Julian Lane stood up to every expectation that we thought it would.
I agree.
The Misfit Britain fight
Oh,
shocked
great fight.
everyone. Britain showed absolute growth in the sport. Like, she has matured so much as a person and as a fighter, and she gave Misfit a fucking run for her money.
Here's the thing, though. I never doubted once. I don't think anybody did. If you did, you're a fool. I never doubted Britain's toughness. I mean, she's tough,
Never.
and we've seen her leveling up. We've seen the competition. We've seen how tough she is. Also, if you look at pictures, I mean, look at Britain since she fought Paige Van Zandt. You can see the development. You can see how her body's changed, her face has changed. You can see everything. She's a different person now. So I agree with you. She's always been tough. But I actually said that my wife watches a lot when I'm away. She enjoys bare knuckle as well. And we were talking about it. And I said to her, I said, Britain, she really, proved what she'd been saying. I don't think everybody believed it. She has leveled up as a fighter. She's had huge improvement. I saw it. It's got to be that Puerto Rico training. I mean, Elvin Brito is really helping a lot of people out.
It's that whole camp down there, the jungle camp, the
the gold rush, they're calling
camp, the gold rush. They keep bringing everybody in. Elvin's making them headbutt goats.
Maybe they'll bring Mike Richmond in. Oh, I watched your interview. Could you tell?
Mike Richmond, I'll tell you,
he went off.
I know. I saw it.
What I was how low he keeps his hands at all time. Like, it's like he never watched any BKFC before he went in there and fought. Like, everyone,
I don't think he would care to. He just seems to be a guy that's going to do what he's going to do, and that's how he's going to win. That's what it seems like to me. I mean, I don't mean to take you off pace, the Mike Richmond comic, but I saw the interview and I was like, whoa, where'd that come from? So that's another interesting thing we could look at. And then we saw your other you guys were content kings. We saw the Elvin Brito and Luis Palomino. Whoa, dude.
Oh my God.
I saw Elvin after that as I was catching a ride home. Elvin was geared up, man. He's ready to go. Woo!
Oh man, that just happened. Mike just happened to be standing in the perfect spot and turned around.
Boom, right there.
And it happened, and we're like, holy shit. That Elvin Brito, Mike Perry, Mike Richmond, like you said, Mike Richmond shocked the fuck out of me in our interview, and because Mike's usually a pretty docile, like
he's very calm, like just kind of says things.
Like we said, the calmest, coolest guy in the world. But then I'm like, hey, Mike, blah blah blah. What do you think about this? He's like, if Elvin Brito's trash, I don't know that guy from a can of paint, but he's fucking trash. I'll kill him. I'll go down to 155 and fight Luis Palomino. He'd be a tough fight, but I'd beat him. 155, I'll fight Palomino. Brito, you're trash. 175, I'll kill everybody in that division. And then I'll go up to 185, and then I'll challenge myself.
Dude, he's ready. He's ready to go.
Holy shit.
I thought you were going to drop the mic for him.
It's like,
I didn't expect that to happen. But okay, I'll take it.
Your content was killer. I mean, I saw a lot of great stuff. I mean, and again, I should say it here. I thank you privately, but thank you for covering the sport because, I mean, anybody, there's a podcast that covers because it helps the sport level up. And that's important. That helps me feed my family. And I really appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
The fighters do as well.
Thank you for the kind words, because I'll tell you right now, it's not easy to pump that much content out in a 24-hour period.
Tell me about it. I watch our content department do it.
Right, you watch your content. See, you're watching a two-man operation here.
It's only these two guys.
God bless you guys. I loved your graphics with the Miami look, the neon. It was cool.
Yeah, it's these two Stunads right here.
Who's the Stunad of the week this week? Did we get to that yet? Did I miss that part?
No, that's going to be tomorrow night. But you know what?
Now that I'm a day off here. Damn it.
You know
I was hoping I could be the Stunad of the week.
I mean, you nominated yourself earlier today.
I did. I want to be. I've been saying it for a while. I mean, that's where I live life as a Stunad. I've been called that my whole life by my grandmother, everybody.
Oh, I love that. Did you catch the earlier part of the show when Mike threatened a woman with heat stroke? Yeah,
I was actually showering during that part of the show.
Oh my God. I swear to God, Brian, I was in tears.
What was the other thing he said? He said he's car movement or something.
Car movement.
I said, don't get in my lane with that type of car movement because you won't even survive.
I knew a guy from where's he at? Massachusetts. And he used to say he was late because of automobile congestion. Never said traffic. Automobile congestion.
It sounds a little bit more like
you sound like you're smart.
I'm not a janitor. I'm a master of the custodial art.
That's right. You're a key holder to every key in the building. You're right.
You're like, oh man, that's sweet, man.
Listen, hold on. Listen, we're here to talk about Knucklemania 2. I'm excited about that. And the one thing I wanted to point out about Knucklemania 2 was the historic event. I mean, we said it was going to be historic, but I kind of want to look at the history with you guys. And I mean, from what I'm thinking of, and if I miss anything, tell me. Look at the history here. The historic. I mean, it was the highest grossing combat sport ever at Hard Rock. That was awesome.
Oh,
Hard Rock
wow.
Live. So I'm proud to be
Nice.
a part of that.
Packed to the rafters.
Yeah, it was sold out, man. They were swinging from the rafters. The rafters sound like my child.
Right.
Rafters. They had their ears to the wall outside if they couldn't get in to try to hear what was going on. There was an ass every 18 inches. It was great. So that's historic. I think we're the number 4 app. That's historic.
I heard number 1 on 3 by your boss.
3?
That's
Oh,
what your
wow.
boss
Okay.
said. The big boss man.
Oh, I thought it was 4. He's going to yell at me for that. Okay, I don't want to jip us. I'll say
fired.
number 1 in our hearts, though. And then also, I mean, we were number 1 on Twitter trending. I know that. But then if you look at the actual event, I mean, this is huge. So I saw that Zion was in the chat. What's up, Zion? I love Zion. Love watching him fight. And, he fought Jomi, right? That's historic. Jomi comes from a regional organization. He levels up and comes with us and shows that he is as good as everyone thought he was, or as he said he was. Now, I believe Zion broke his hand in that match, so that may have kind of put his game plan out the window. But Zion's a tough kid, man, and I can't wait to see him fight again. I can't wait to see Jomi fight again. So that was historic, him making his debut. I think he's 7-0 now with his prior experience. Then, I mean, history's there. The first ever female flyweight champion. That's historic. Chad Mendes debut, historic.
Oh, yeah.
Platinum Perry, historic. I mean, it was history after history after history. I really enjoyed the show. Not only from that perspective, but the fights were great.
The fights, there's so many things you could talk about every fight. Like
the media that was covering
the Chevy Bridges versus Plaziola. That fight was unbelievable because Chevy Bridges was kind of giving it to him the whole first couple rounds, and then that dude got him up against the ring, and I was like, it just so happened that I was like doing my rounds around the ring at that point, and I was standing like 5 feet from where Plaziola. Am I saying that right? Plaziola.
Oh, you're a Wu-Tang fan. You can say whatever you want. I love you, man. Go ahead.
Anyways, those left hands that he was hitting him with, he was like bam, bam against the ropes. You could hear him from 5 feet away in a loud ass arena. It sounded like he was hitting him with a fucking wooden baseball bat. It was just like,
yeah, it's sick, dude.
I'm like, oh my god! And the kid drops. Then there's Chad Mendes kept grabbing the hand, like you can talk about the hand grabs. You can talk about the blast double that he was about to take him down with a fucking takedown.
He sort of exploded. I was like, whoa, wrong sport. I'll watch, but wrong sport.
Yeah, Mike Perry spitting the blood.
That to me, you said earlier. Hold on, you said earlier about him spitting the blood. The image. I know you said that.
Iconic.
There's a certain image I always think about with Bkfc. It's an image that I believe Phil Lambert, our staff photographer, he took it. It's an image from a long time ago, not long, a year ago, maybe more. It's Tom Schoaf and Joe Elmore, and it's just this great. I think it's Elmore's taking the shot. I think, and it's like a straight shot. It to me, if someone said what's bare knuckle on a picture, I would show them that. Now I have another picture to show them. Mike Perry spitting blood. I agree 100% with you. Amazing. Mike Perry was a complete pleasure. A pleasure to deal with, to do interviews with, to do the Ungloved series with, because I do the interviews on those and they kind of chop me out. That's when they're talking to you. They're actually talking to me. So you meet these people on a different level, right? So you become even bigger fans of them. You find out their story as you guys do on the show. Mike Perry, complete pleasure to deal with, was happy to be here. Chad Mendes, forget about it. The guy was amazing. He was so excited to be here at Bare Knuckle. It was very nice to see guys that have come from such big organizations are so excited to be here. It's wonderful.
And they want to stick around.
Yeah, I know.
That's the best part about it. That's the best part about it. Cause
that's the picture. Yep.
There it is. Boom. Look at you, Mike. Johnny on the spot.
Great job, man. I love that
the one.
Yeah, that's exactly. I would frame that. That's one of my favorite pictures I've ever seen Phil take.
Look at that. Now about his hand, like the blood.
The blood flying off his knuckles there.
And look, you got Schoaf's look, which is like the old school bare knuckle classic. I mean, to me, that says bare knuckle.
That is a fantastic.
But now we have another picture put next to that.
And then you got and seeing him do that live, like you could see the mist come out of his mouth like crazy. A fucking dragon, just like breathing fire. It was unbelievable. But then like in the comments, Britain's mom, Monica, is in the comments, says it was so weird. Everyone was bailing out after did you notice that? It was so strange that like as soon as the Perry Lane fight ended, like a quarter of the crowd left. Like they thought
I'm running around a lot and I'm an absolute madman that's pumped and fueled by Tiger Life. They're not paying me to say that. It's the truth. I love Tiger Life.
You're like 9 Tiger Lives deep by the end of the show.
I think by the end of the prelims, I was finishing my first one. I think I had a second one too, but I was those events, as fun as they are to put on and do live, they take a lot of work behind the scenes. So I mean, we're go. Like I would hang out with you guys and everyone else more, but I feel like I'm always going to do something else behind the scenes. So yeah, by the time it's showtime, I have to have energy, and I'm like, I'm dying. Did it seem like I was dying? I felt like I looked tired.
No, you were fine.
No.
You know that, Mike and Mish, we're about 2 of the hardest workers you've ever met in your life.
You guys are.
If you guys wanted to, throw us on a payroll and tell us to rally some herd some cats while we're down there. That's what we do in the military, dude. Herding cats is our thing. Herding cats.
If I had cash to put you guys on a payroll, you'd be on immediately. I mean, let's see what happens. Now you scare me when you're swinging at me like that. Work hazard pay there. Listen, you guys are incredible. Like I said, it's always fun to talk to you. But I mean, as far as the card being incredible, you look back. I'll tell you another fight: Francisco Ricky versus Jake Boswick. That was a fun fight to watch. I enjoyed it. And the thing I noticed, to answer your question, to go back about people leaving, I don't know if I noticed that because I'm running around like a madman. So I don't, as much as I try to watch, I don't get the full scope of it until I rewatch it on the broadcast on the app, on the Bkfc app, available for $4.99 at bkfc.com.
Look at that. Look at that plug.
so I pay $4.99 for it, and I work there. So, no freebies here.
So with Francisco Ricky,
yeah,
you got Mike Perry, you got Thiago Alves holding the 175-pound strap. Everybody wants to automatically give Mike Perry the title shot after this fight. I disagree with it wholeheartedly. And the reason why is, and it's not Francisco Ricky, but you got to throw him in there for a conversation piece. The winner of Dave Rickles, Mike Richmond should fight Thiago Alves. That should be the title fight.
Talk about it. I can't wait for that fight, by the way. I'm very excited for that fight.
Mike Perry versus Francisco Ricky, or Ricci, however you're supposed to say it, is the fight to make, man. 4-0 Francisco.
Well, Mike called him out when he first came in.
Yeah, Mike wants his $2,000 for the car that he fucking got burned on. So Francisco versus Mike Perry next.
For a new car.
Yeah, winner of Dave Rickles, Mike Richmond fights Thiago Alves for the belt. I think that's the way to go, man, right there. I don't know if you agree.
I mean, look, here's the thing. I always look at records, but if I see, and I have no bearing on this, but if I see a fight that I want to see, like, for instance, Julian Lane, right? Julian Lane versus Mike Perry. Look at Julian Lane's record. He said it himself. He doesn't take easy fights, but if I see Julian Lane in a fight, regardless of what his record is, I know that he's been in a lot of fights. I know every fight. I mean, think of the last fights that Julian's been in. Perry, awesome. You said Thiago's name. Thiago, awesome.
Dave Rickles.
Dave Rickles, awesome. It doesn't matter. I mean, I'd like to see the guy get the wins, obviously, but the guy's always going to put on a good fight. So the way I look at that, it's not always by records, even though that's probably the proper way to do it. I'm a guy that loves entertainment. So I look at what fight I think will be most entertaining. And I think every fight that I've heard mentioned would be entertaining. So I'm game for all of them, but I wouldn't mind seeing Francisco's fun to watch too, man. He's got something. He's fun to watch.
I think more in regards for like fights, sure, but to get the title shot as like an entry, just entered, you fought somebody coming off of a loss who has a losing record now. Yes, he has a ton of experience, sure, but you got guys that are undefeated, a couple of guys that are at the top of the division. You have a guy who came over from BYB as a champion who came there and beat Tomlinson, and now he's 7-0.
Well, let me ask you a question.
He's in that division.
But hold on, let me ask you a question. Does that, and it's no knock on him. I much respect. I couldn't win one fight probably, but he's got 7-0 now, but 6-0 before that. That's from another organization that,
true,
to me, they're tough guys. They're all tough guys and tough women. I much respect them. But again, the argument would be, not necessarily for me, but in general, would be, is it the same level of competition? Jomi kind of proved that, like I said, when he came here, he did what he said he was going to do. Much respect to him. I liked his new nickname, the Bkfc Hitman. That was interesting.
Yeah. David Feldman's
personal.
Is that what he said now? Yeah.
David Feldman's personal hitman, or personal Bkfc.
That's great. So, bare knuckle's so new, BKFC's so new, it's really hard to look at some of these records. I mean, that's the weird part of all this,
It's very hard.
You got to look at, you can even just like forget their record and look at their performances. Like you said, holding the pen, like you said with Julian Lane.
Not so fast.
Not so fast. Mike Richmond. He's the guy. He's 3-0, right? And he's walked through Marcel Stamps, and he demolished Dakota Cochran, who everyone thought was the number one 185 pounder in the fucking BKFC. They fought at 175 and he fucking murked him.
Yes.
Mike Richmond is the guy. If they were going to just give a title fight to Thiago Alves, it should be him, because Rickles is only, was he 2-0, 1-0?
Rickles he won
he's
in
1-0.
Well, no, Rickles didn't he
Is
won
2-0?
Yeah, I think he's 2-0. I'm pretty sure. I think because I remember when he won the first time, he's like, "Bring the fight to Wichita." And
Wichita.
Yeah. So it's
but there was a while in between.
It is those two. Like, just taking their records out, though, those guys put on entertaining fights, but they put on dominating fights too. Like Mike Rich puts on dominating fights, and you want a guy like that to go fight Thiago Alves.
Yeah, can
Thiago
you imagine?
Alves, absolute. He's not the pit bull for fucking no reason at all.
No,
they call him that
he's
for a reason. He's a beast. So that would be amazing.
Hold on, let's circle back around, because I want to say something that we talked about like 5 minutes ago that we never finished up. You were saying about people leaving. Someone saw that, and we never finished that part. So what I saw, which shocked me, I guess people were trying to get out of the building and go have a couple of drinks or go gamble or whatever. But as soon as the main event was over, I mean, the decision was even announced, and people were, I mean, unless they just figured they knew, we're getting up and rolling. But I'd like to wait. You never know when it goes to the judges, no matter how clear it might be to you. You've seen things change. So that was kind of weird to me. And also I'll say that somebody in the chat said Yuli's awesome. Yuli Diaz, the monster, is an absolute superstar in Miami. I mean, they were chanting Yuli. It was crazy. It was crazy. I mean, if you've never been to one of these things live,
he has like a cult following. I mean, I know it's a local thing, but he has he has the most loyal, bloodthirsty fans in that whole place, man. They were going. He might have had the biggest pop in the whole entire building.
Oh, like it was loud.
Yeah, and he took some shots, and he looked like he was hurting that fight.
Dude, that was a left hook. I forget in the beginning. He got wow. I'm like, oh, Yuli, you're woof. I thought it was over.
He got caught good,
and then he got back up.
I was sitting with we all have a mutual friend, Mr. Joe Miggs. Shout out to Joe Miggs.
What's up, Miggs? How are you, buddy? Paisan.
Yeah, Paisan. He's he knows what a stunat is too.
That's right.
We were sitting together, and he's like good buddies with Yuli, and like Yuli got fucking rocked, and we're like,
Yuli did get
holy
rocked.
Shit, is this really is he really gonna get beat by Sawyer DP? And fucking Yuli came back in his
hometown. That would have been insane.
Second round, and he dropped that dude. He obviously hits hard, because he didn't look like he hit him the cleanest shot in the world, and put him down. And that dude's face was messed up. I don't know,
dude.
He was cut up all over the place.
An observation about Yuli, not so much fighting, it's just his life. I think it's so cool. I was talking to somebody about this the other day, that his fiance is named Dana Brooke. She's in WWE, right? If you don't follow wrestling, she's a pretty big star in WWE. She's a really big star, huge. And I think it's so cool that she comes to the events, and she does what a normal fiance would do. She supports him, but it's never ever about her. And she's a beautiful woman, and it could be. It's always about him. And I enjoy watching the two of them together, because they really motivate each other. And I mean, I was watching her in the crowd during the fight. I mean, it's intense. Of course, your man's up there getting hit and hitting people, but I think it's so cool how she kind of lays back, and he's the star. You know what I mean? I think it's really cool.
No, I mean,
it definitely is.
He in that area of the world, he is the star.
It's great to see, man. It's really good to see.
And like you said, she just mingles in the crowd too. She does. Like, nobody really approaches her, probably because they know if they approach her, Yuli will go to their house, pull them out their front door, and slap them in the fucking mouth.
The funny thing is, Yuli's like the nicest guy in the entire world. I mean, I saw him. He's just a stand-up dude. Like, Yuli is just a great guy. There's guys that are cool. Yuli, I feel like, even just from working with him, if I needed something, Yuli help me out. He'd do everything he could. He's such a nice man. Good dude.
I can tell you, when me and Mike met him, Knucklemania 1, I think we met him.
Yes, that is.
One thing, the fucking first thing I noticed about him when I shook, besides him being like super nice and just like really quick to have a conversation, when I shook his hand, I felt like I was shaking a brick. His hand, that thing is made out of concrete for real. I was like, holy shit, this dude must be a stonemason or something. But no, he's just a bare knuckle boxer.
I mean, look at the card. I feel bad about this too, because we always say it, but I mean, I'm gonna leave this up to you guys. Call my BS if you want, but I don't think it's BS. every card we have, I feel like levels up a little more, right? And even if it doesn't, it's just always a great card. And Knucklemania 2, it's got to be bigger. And it was. And I think that card delivered on every level. I think I tweeted that card delivered on every single level. I was proud to be a part of it. I thank the fighters for going out there and fighting their asses off because, I mean, without them, nothing, we're just going to have an empty arena. So, thank God for them and what they do and for us to have so much fun. It was such a fun night for me too. It was great.
I think top to bottom, and as maybe Mike, I want to ask your opinion on this. Maybe the most disappointing, and this is not a shot at the champ or the challenger, the lightweight title fight wasn't what I wanted it to be. It wasn't.
What did you want it to be?
Martin Brown came out kind of flat, in my opinion. And I think Martin Brown is a fucking great fighter, and I thought he could have really gave Yuli and this is some inside info. I don't know if anybody knows this. Against Palomino, yeah. When he fought against Palomino, I thought he was really going to give him a run.
So did I.
But we talked to Martin afterwards, and he took a shot from Palomino in the first round in the left eye.
Yeah.
And he said he got hit in the left eye and he couldn't see out of his right.
Oof.
He said he got hit here and he started like his like right eye got all fucked up. And remember he kept falling down in the ring? He said
okay.
He said that his equilibrium was off and his fucking depth perception.
I know this.
He said he couldn't tell how far away Palomino was, and he kept reacting to things.
Oh my God, imagine that.
Yeah, and he kept reacting to things. He kept falling down and like rolling on the floor. Remember that? Yeah,
I do. That's what it was going on then. Okay, because I was wondering what was happening.
Yeah,
okay. It is such a crazy. Like that's the thing. Like not only you're getting punched in the face, but obviously like you got it. Like they're sustaining damage that you can't tell that they're sustaining, and like they're just dealing with it in the fight, but nobody knows. It's like, oh, you got like 9 more minutes to fight, and you can't see.
Yeah,
so nobody knows that.
I didn't know that, man. But here's the thing. I thought, and I said it in the excuse me. If you go back and watch the voiceover or the pre-main event hypes that we do, I said it's Luis Palomino's toughest challenge like to date. And I really did believe that. I thought with the reach, I thought being a little bigger. I know, see, Luis is tough though, but I really thought that it was going to be, not that it wasn't tough, but I thought it was going to be a lot tougher for him. I was actually shocked.
Right. And I think that's what it came down to. And it's nothing, I'm not taking a shot at Martin Brown at all.
No, Smash Brown's great, man.
Smash is great. And
awesome.
He took that shot and he told us after the fight, he's like, like, so I love how calm he is. Like, man, I'm not trying to make excuses, man. And he's like,
he's so calm.
He's like, but he hit me with that fucking right hook in my left eye and it fucked my right eye up for the rest of the fight. And I couldn't tell. He's like, I couldn't tell how far he was from me the whole fight.
Imagine that, dude, being in a fight and just trying to,
the whole time.
It's his time has come to possibly win the championship. And then he gets hit. And now he's like, fuck. Like,
I guess that's being a fighter, bittersweet. Here you are, and something like that. I mean, they say like there's the magic button here, you can hit him here, and anybody puncher's chance, right?
Yeah.
So think about that. Like you're here and you've worked so hard to get here throughout your career, and then you lose it, and that something like that is kind of part of the effect of it. I mean,
and it's damage. From the opponent. So good on Palomino. I mean, that was exactly what he was there to do. So, good on him. He is a tough challenge, I think, for just about anyone that's in his division or one division up or down. He's fast, he's strong, he's smart, he's experienced, And
also, hold on, dude, where he trains, and we kind of touched on this in the On Gloves, where he trains, Dino's world famous Fifth Street Gym. I mean, that place is amazing. Dino's a great coach trainer too. And he's got other I think Gustavo's there. Jay's there. I don't say her name right. It's Jay Masson Wong. I can say right. And I think Sorrow's there, excuse me. But
who goes did you say Gustavo?
Yeah, he's there.
Yeah, he goes there too. Yeah.
Yeah, and now you have all these people around you that are smart fighters and the same culture. It's not that you're in there with boxers or MMA guys. You're seeing bare knuckle cultures develop. We talked about this in the BKFC show. You're seeing them develop in Puerto Rico, Dino's, Martin Smash Brown, Shift MMA. That's Jared Warren's there, Terry Janoski. So you're seeing
Dave Mondell.
Yeah, Dave's there too.
Delaney Bailey.
I didn't know there. Okay, I didn't
Bailey.
know.
Jeff
Wow.
Bailey. Yeah, they got a whole squad full of bare knuckle fighters over there.
That's what I mean. It's just like, it's really cool because the sport's so new and it's growing. You're seeing these little camps and they kind of are developing.
It's
So,
awesome.
And
Love it.
Dino's Fifth Street's an amazing camp. So, I mean, he's got that behind him too.
That's absolute proof that the sport itself is taking off worldwide. It really is. It's not just a couple companies trying to get people to watch anymore. It's gyms all over the country trying to develop fighters for that sport, and I fucking love it.
They had Slaughterhouse. They had Fames there who fought. And then they got Jared Grant who's fighting in New York coming up here against Johnny Bedford. I mean, there's
HD Davis fights out of that gym.
Yeah,
too.
I mean, Ryan's the guy, the coach there. I always call him the mad scientist of bare knuckle. The guy, he's a really smart guy as far as
Ryan
watching,
Perez.
Watching the fights and seeing what they can exploit to win.
He's hilarious too. He is
nuts. I love him. He always threatens to steal my shoes.
So speaking about the sports growth, I have something to play real quick, and then we're going to talk about it. So here we go.
We have entered into an agreement to have the majority stake of Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship be acquired by Triller Versus. So Triller will acquire the majority stake in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, like I said, to allow more opportunities, more resources, more funding, just everything that we really need to, vie for that number 1, number 2 spot in combat sports.
Wow.
Was somebody going to, when did this happen?
Well, we were told that we were breaking it right here. We're breaking it. Feldman called us. He said, listen, Helwani cut a part out of his show and didn't show it. Show it on your show.
So it was broken here? Oh, wow. I didn't even know. That's huge. Did that really happen or is this a joke? Is that real?
You son of a bitch. You got to give us your take on this thing, because
I like how you started saying your honest take.
we spoke earlier about this, and like I think it's a great move.
Don't tell me what you think, because I'll tell you what I think. I don't want to act like I'm just kind of echoing what you're saying. You know what I mean? Some people come on and you'll be like, yeah, just because it's what you're saying. I respect what you're saying. I want to hear it, but here's my thought on it. I think that it is, and I did know about it. I'm obviously being stupid. I do that very easily. I think it's great. I think the word, this is my thought. The word majority can scare people, at least when I'm seeing online. And some people are elated about it. It's kind of in the middle. I'm excited. Majority doesn't scare me. I mean, you heard the boss. He said, and I've known him for a long time. He told me the same thing. It's business as usual. We're still Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Obviously, with them involved, we're going to have more, I guess, money behind it, assets. We'll be able to grow bigger. To me, this is my thought. I haven't been in any meetings about this or anything. They usually don't tell me much because my mouth runs, and I don't blame them. But my thought is
over here on the fucking Mike and Mish Mission Accomplished podcast, and
it runs in general. That's just what I do. I'm Italian. I talk a lot. I'm paid to speak. So sometimes things come out. That's probably why you brought me on here. You figure something would pop out, but there's not much going on up here tonight, dude. So all I can say, is that I think from my perspective, the little bit I know about it, and I'll find out more. Matter of fact, I should break. You want breaking? Here's breaking. Tomorrow on the Bkfc show, starting at 12:05, we will have special guest David Feldman on. So we're going to talk to him more about this, find out a little more. Matter of fact, I'll give you a chance if you guys want to forward me a couple of questions through DMs or whatever. And if I can work them in, I'll work them in. Or if somebody wants to drop a question in your chat here, I'll take a look at them. And if I can work a question in for Dave, I will. So feel free to leave your questions in the chat for them, or, you guys can DM me later with questions and I'll try to fit them into more when we talk to them. So that'll be good, because I want to find out more about this, because I don't know a ton. But
yeah, we definitely got to know what the deal is with this Triller thing. But let me ask you this, Brian, before we end the show, because we got to end this. Me and Mike got to work in the morning, and you probably don't have to work.
Well, what's he going to do? A show
tomorrow, my wife was like, "You're going downstairs to do what?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to go talk on a podcast. It's going to be great." And she says, "Is it mission accomplished?" I said, "Yeah." She goes, "Please go. I love those guys."
Yeah, oh, dude, I love your wife. Then that's awesome. Is the man going to break at least one of? He said he had 2 fighters that they were signing. Is he going to break one of those tomorrow?
I would love to know that, if he's going to. I think he said on the show that look, if the contracts are done, Dave's pretty honest. If the contracts are done, I don't think he can keep his mouth shut. He'll be so excited, and we'll grill him. I don't know if they're done yet. He was saying they're not done. But that's pretty much all I can say about that, because I don't know. I don't have to. I don't deal in contracts. So they tell me somebody signed. They tell us to announce it, or I see it on Instagram. I know they're, I find out who after the ink is, well, it's still kind of wet, but after it's dry,
Okay.
So I'm not even just BSing you guys. I don't know that, but
we believe
Triller
you.
for us, I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to help the sport. I think they connected themselves. If you look at kind of the context of the situation, you look at all the different, like we talked about a bare knuckle organization earlier, a regional one. There's other ones out there too. Everyone knows that. They're not stupid, but we are up here. So they attached themselves to us. To me, it can only make our production get better. It can help a lot of things. I just think it's a winner. So if anyone's scared, Mike, if anyone's scared at all in Mish, if anyone's scared, don't be. I mean, I work for the company. It's how I feed my family, and I'm not scared whatsoever. I think it's going to level us up a lot. I'm excited, actually.
I love everything you just said. The one thing that I thought that this could do for the sport is opening it up to more states. Do you think that this getting hitched with Triller could open it up to California?
California would have been a long shot. I feel like, even though it shouldn't be, I think this stuff will help. I think it'll help with other aspects of the business as well. And I think that I really believe that's a great way. I'm going to ask Dave that tomorrow, what he thinks about that, about the states. It's got to help, right? I mean, you have now something like Triller, which to me, this is just my thought off the top of my head. Triller's, if you go to someone and say bare knuckle, right? We know that it's not as barbaric as it sounds. It's not. It's just not. Once you look at the state of things, it sounds horrible, but it's not. It scares people, right? So now if you say something about Triller, well, that might get you in a couple more doors. You know what I mean? That's kind of how I look at it.
I hate how people jump to I wish that was illegal, or it should be illegal type of, like when Bkfc, anytime it gets brought up inside, like Kyle was saying earlier, in other places, if you look in the comments, it gets very volatile, or people don't like new. And it's the same thing with this Triller thing. It's the Triller. Oh no, Triller. Because you see it over here, or you hear something over here, but no one really knows the full story. So like the Bkfc should be a legal thing. I hate seeing it all the time. I see it. And then I'm like, so you're all right with people elbowing in the face? You're okay with people kicking and kneeing people in the face?
Dude, the kick in the Bellator fight the other night. The kick in the Bellator fight the other night broke 5 ribs and punctured that kid's lung. Put him in the hospital.
I wasn't watching the Bellator fight the other night. I know. But I know what you mean. That's terrible. By the way,
we weren't either.
No, but honestly, what you just said, that can be like really dangerous. Obviously, we saw it, and get well to him. That's terrible. You don't want to see that.
People are fighting. It's dangerous.
Yeah, right. I know.
Everyone knows it. Everyone who signs it knows it. It ain't new.
It's not.
Yep, it's not, man. But hey,
these people don't just wake up in the ring.
It was
not like the Running Man.
He's trying to wrap me up, dude. Can't you see he's trying to wrap me up,
Mike?
Nah,
I'm trying to wrap this fucking show up.
What is Kyle? Elderly?
We're gonna go all night long, baby.
All right, well, let's keep going then. Let's keep talking. Keep talking.
He lost control.
Yeah,
through the pen.
This isn't the Running Man. You know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to kill people here. It's not a death sentence. Jesus,
you guys do have to work. And how cool are those mats, right?
Yes.
How cool are they?
Oh man.
By the way, I have one of them too, and I spilled a whole thing of water on my basement floor in the studio the other day, and I got nervous, and I looked down. I'm like, thank God for the mat. Right up. No joke.
No, hey, and Soscia, I'm not even gonna joke. I have one of these sitting at my desk at work that I put my coffee cup on every day. You know whose face is right in the fucking middle of it? It's obviously not this one. I got a New York Bkfc New York Brian Soscia coaster sitting on my desk at
God
work.
Bless you.
I swear to God,
the roaches away. Keep the bugs away, right? The mice, keep them all away.
I looked down at it today and I was like, I got a fucking Soscia coaster right there. Look at that shit.
Yeah, man. It's nice. You can slam your coffee on top of me. We got a couple of them too. He gave them. My wife just my kid couldn't understand what they were, and they was throwing like frisbees. The other kid was chewing on them. I was like, give me that back. I want to feel like a superstar.
Nah, they're fucking cool. And Tommy Kalahesi, like we said, Tommy Kalahesi, Billboard man. Those guys are awesome.
Great guy. Love that guy. He's super, super nice.
So, Brian, we are going to wrap this show up because we did not have Luis Palomino tonight. I'm a little disappointed in that, but the man's a champion, and I'm sure he's busy. So we are going to reschedule him.
Reschedule it, yeah.
Tell us, 12:05 tomorrow. We got to talk to you, and then tell us a few more things, and then we'll let you get out of here.
12:05. Yeah, talk to me tomorrow. We'll be on, like I said, with President Dave Feldman, more on this Triller business that you've been hearing about. We'll be able to clear the air a little more on that if you're worried, which you shouldn't be. You can follow me, of course, on my social media. If you want to get in, it's Soscia Network, SOSCIA Network on Facebook. It's also on Instagram, very active on Instagram, SOSCIA Network. And I am the Brian Soscia on Twitter because, there could be more than one, right?
I hope not.
I hope not too, man. Oh my God. I couldn't even handle more than one of me. Oh my gosh.
All right, brother. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you guys.
And also, hey, you guys got the event coming up in New York too, so everyone needs to pay attention to that one.
You guys come to that? You gonna be there?
Mike's gonna be away at
Nope.
school,
Yeah.
and I might be able to try to get myself
Mike,
there.
who needs school? What are you doing with this school business?
It's a military school. I have to go.
Who do you need me to call to get you out?
I wish you could, but I have to go, man. This guy right here is about to get ranked up. You know what I'm saying?
I heard.
Gotta do it.
Congratulations. That's awesome. Congratulations, dude.
Be ranked up. Yeah, so maybe
I'll
I'll
be
try to
ranked
get
up.
myself out there. It might be a solo act though if I go out there. So
That'll be fun. It'll be a good time. Well, I look forward to seeing you guys, and good luck with your military school. Thanks for having me on, guys. Like I said, thank you so much for covering what we do, what the fighters do. Thank you to all the podcasts to do that. I love you guys. I love your t-shirt. It was in the wash. That's why I didn't wear it tonight. Be honest with you.
no
I
problem.
got my Bkfc shirt on.
Thank you for coming on. As always, you're always welcome back. We'll talk to you soon.
I'll be back every week after this week.
All right.
Hell yeah.
All right, guys. I'll see you
Tune
soon.
out of the week guest
Later.
every week.
See ya.
Out of the week, baby. Ah!
Oh man, that guy is a fucking trip. I love him. I swear to God, honest to God, he is one of the funnest people you'll ever meet, and we have a blast and a good rapport with that man. So
Yep. He's awesome. Every time we see him, we have a ton of fun. It's like we'll see each other for 10 minutes or 5 minutes, and it's like the entire time just we're back and forth, and then it's over. It's always how it is.
Yeah. Eric William wants to know what we're ranked. So Mike is about to be a 7, and I'm an 8.
Sergeant first class.
I am
Sergeant first class, baby.
I am a master sergeant.
Kyle's the
Acting
good old
sergeant.
first sergeant.
First Sergeant Mish and Sergeant First Class Hunnell very soon, as soon as he finishes his school.
Yeah,
But,
as soon as I fucking retire, hopefully it's MMA and bare knuckle media for life.
For life. So I see that you added a picture, but we never brought it up. Check this.
Yes,
picture
I
out.
didn't, because we were talking and then we moved on, and it was the Perry fight.
Bring it up. Bring it up.
The Perry picture. There it is for everybody to see.
Ooh, I love it, dude. I absolutely love it.
I had saved it and it didn't pop up for some reason, so I had to go back in. And by that time, I felt like it wasn't good to bring it up. So
we had moved on. Hey, and thank you guys for tuning in tonight. I'm apologizing for not having Mr. Palomino on, but you know what? Things happen. This is what we do in live broadcasting. We are always at the risk of losing a guest, and we've had it many times, and it's going to happen many times over. But you guys got to pay attention tomorrow night. Soscia, you're in the comments right now, my man. Check this out. Tomorrow night we have the one, the only, the fucking madman himself, straight out of Thailand, John Nutt of Full Metal Dojo. They got Fight Circus Volume 4 coming to Exit the Dragon. Dude, look at that. I love this.
He just
dude.
makes me laugh. When I see him, I just laugh. When you meet him in person, nice guy, not crazy, fun, witty, good guy overall. But like, I just think about him in that middle picture there, and that persona, that guy.
That's him.
He is fucking nuts.
He is the madman from Thailand. I swear to God, I fucking love this guy. And I got to be honest with you, the first time I saw the fight, Bare Knuckle Kingdom.
Oh yeah, I was like,
that was our first taste of that of a little John Nutt. Taste of John Nutt. Fucking God, clip that piece.
Yeah.
We thought he was out of his fucking goddamn mind, and he's
yeah.
saying the craziest shit out there. He's just sweating his nuts off. He's like dying, and he's swearing in the ring. He called somebody's cut on their forehead a vagina.
Good thing he wasn't in there with Jod, huh?
Yeah, he was like, "Oh my god, he's got a fucking vagina on his face. We're all gonna fuck it later." We're like, "Did he just say that?"
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
I couldn't believe it. But
Never seen anything like it.
then we met him down. Where did we meet him? In Biloxi. We met him
Yeah, in
in
Biloxi, yeah.
Biloxi,
Yep.
and I'm telling you, man, we got to know him a little bit. He is funny as hell. He is fantastic. Tune in tomorrow night because they got the Fight Circus Volume 4 coming up, and John Nutt's going to give us a little preview on that entire thing. And
Yeah.
I swear,
I can't wait to hear about the fights that he's cooking up.
will there be phone booth fights? Will there be Siamese twin
I
fights?
think he's doing tire fights instead of phone booth because he said the phone booths were fucking people up more than the people were. Like they were hitting the actual phone booth.
they're
So
like
instead
banging
they'll
their
put their
elbows and
foot
shit.
in the tire
Oh
and then they
yeah,
can't go anywhere.
and
See?
Susan, yes, we will do a student out of the week tomorrow.
Student on.
I promise we'll do a student out of the week tomorrow. But thank you to Christine Misfit Ferea for coming on tonight, the newly crowned champ, the number
Yep.
one
Thank you.
125-pound flyweight in the world in bare knuckle female fighting. And big shout out to Brian Soscia. Ask him about Indian leg wrestling. We'll definitely ask him about that. I'm sure that he's got some fun shit cooked up for this. And I think I think volume 4 of Fight Circus is Nut versus Sap, right? This is like the culmination of their beef. They've had this huge beef going on, Bob Sap.
Well, we'll find out because it was supposed to be the last time, but I don't think it quite worked in the way that they had planned it. So we'll see. We'll ask him, see what's up.
All right, guys. With that said, tune in tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Peace.